I really got to get like theme music for when I start. I really do, man. But I'm a cheapskate, and StreamYard they want to charge you money just to have that. And I got a nice intro. The last video that I actually made and was edited has it in there. I know my editor getting a little mad because I keep doing all these lives, but you know, sorry, man. I work a 9 to 5. What am I doing? What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another edition of high sodium content. So high, so salty. Now, on tonight's episode, the internet's going crazy. It's having a tizzy right now over this new God of War game. Y'all know what God of War is. I know it's a little different tonight. We're doing something different. This is something that I would save for my other channel, which I barely post on, but it's more of a gaming and entertainment kind of related channel. So this here was just so damn salty and so damn salacious and appealing. I had to get a piece of this. I had to speak on this. Like Conan. Let me speak on this. Handale. So here we are, man. The new God of War game, Laufey, has everybody going crazy. Now, why? Why? God of War, for some of y'all who don't know, is about Kratos. Kratos is the main character of God of War. Now, whether you want to say that he was the God of War at this time or whatever the case may be, the the whole franchise is built around Kratos, the main character, the main protagonist. So now you get the shift and you play as Kratos' wife. Not from the original trilogy, but from the new one. I guess they're gonna make another God of War. So I guess you can call it a trilogy, but it's only been two games so far in the new reboot, the 2018 reboot. You got God of War 2018 and God of War Ragnarok, which to say the least are really good games. If you never played it before, awesome freaking games, man. If you're a father and you have a son, this is the game to play. I kid you not. Fantastic game. I digress. So the new game that's coming out, I think it's either this year or sometime next year. I'm not certain. But you play as Kratos' wife, and they talk about her. She makes a brief cameo. It's the actress that played in Daredevil, the Daredevil series. So you play as Kratos' wife, and it's really it's an odd direction to take, and it seems like, in my opinion, a lot of these gaming companies are doing what Cartman said in South Park. You know, taking the guy away, put a female in, and make her gay. I didn't say it; Cartman did. But it seems like that's the direction that these gaming companies are going, and women like video games. That's fine. I don't mind playing as a female character. Like, in fact, some of my favorite games, the main protagonists are female characters. Metroid, you play as Samus Aran. Tomb Raider, Bayonetta, and so forth. Resident Evil, Claire, Jill. I mean, these games are staples. It's not so much that you're playing as a female. That's for me. That's not the case. I think that a lot of these companies are just intellectually lazy, to say the least. It's a lazy move. It's a palette swap, and I don't like palette swapping. I don't like. I like my video games to be video games. I don't like real world politics, hidden agendas flowing into my video games. Sometimes I just want to go home and escape from that shit because it's saturated in every single fabric of our society right now. It sucks. It really does. And sometimes you just want to play the game. But let's check out some footage of what people are saying about it.
Comment. Chuds are the indigenous people of the gaming community.
Wait, hold up.
Create a franchise centered around a male protagonist. Watch the franchise bring a huge success.
Well, now, it's kind of... Let's show this a little bit. Can I get this any bigger? I don't think I can. Hold up. Oh. Maximize? Nah. All right. But you can see, right? You got God of War. You got Kratos, a male protagonist. Now you have Laufey in the next game. Okay. Last of Us. You got Joel. And then in the second one, they kill off Joel, and now you're playing as Ellie. Okay. Uncharted. Now, I'm not a big Uncharted fan. I always prefer Tomb Raider. But you got the male protagonist. I think it's Nathan Drake. To a female. Ghost of Tsushima. Try saying that 3 times fast. Ghost of Tsushima. You play as Jin Sakai in the first one. Now, Jin doesn't die. He's very much alive. Then you go to Ghost of Yotai. Another female character. Are you starting to see a pattern now?
Let's change it to a female protagonist. This has happened many, many times, right? So I made a comment. Chuds are the indigenous people of the gaming community. Woke colonization must be pushed back against, or we will continue to lose our identity. Replacing Kratos with a woman is like building a data center on a sacred burial ground. We need to reframe the conversation around this, and we need to talk about how we've been getting colonized. We are getting our spaces colonized by people that are colonized. They're invaders. Create a fan.
I can accept that. Hey, what's up, Jay? See, I get it. And people like their spaces. Like women, I believe in women should have their own spaces. And there's lots of media that's dedicated purely to women. Like, for example, my wife, she loves rom-coms. I can't stand those things. I think it's drivel. I think it's a waste of time. And my eyes hurt and brain hurt from watching it. I don't like it. It's not built for me. It's not geared towards me. But it's geared towards her. And she likes it. And that's cool. Like, it's okay for people to have their own spaces. I don't know why these companies, they have to make everything so inclusive and everybody's a part of it. And it's just, it can't be that way for everything, man. Video games are a man's escape sometimes. Sometimes you just want to hop on the game, hack up some zombies or some enemies, shoot a couple people and go to bed. Like, I don't need an agenda. Like, I don't need... And for me, it just seems like it's just feminism is just taking over in video games. And I get what he's saying about the colonization part, man, because it's at this point where I really don't get it, you know? I really don't understand it. I really don't. You know, I don't know a lot of females that do play God of War. But it's not necessary. I would rather, like, you just make a Laufey game. Don't even put the God of War name on it. Just make it that. And then whoever buys it, buys it. You know what I'm saying? Just don't put the title. I think people would have been more accepting of it if it was Atreus, because that makes more sense story-wise. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's like, this is left field. We're going backwards now. And it's like she died, she's already passed on. So it's like I don't... It's intellectual lazy. It's laziness. When you palette swap characters and switch things out, remake things and swap genders and stuff, it's lazy. There's no creativity in it. And I think for me, that's what irks me about this. It's an agenda. It's clearly an agenda because we see it in these other games, and it's constant every single time. And it's like, okay, man, enough is enough. But let's keep going.
Consumer, what we say goes, not what they want. They keep winning and
oh, he's tight.
Do not buy this fucking game. You guys have to make these companies understand we are the consumer. What we say goes. Not.
I agree. It's what the fans say, you know? And I feel like nowadays, like, video gaming has become so corporate, so cold, where like games aren't being fully made, like they're being fixed on the fly. I remember back in the day where like you could just pick up the game and that was the game. The game was finished. There wasn't any DLCs and any patches that you had to download for the game. The game was just a game. You know, you either liked it or you didn't. You learned how to play it or you didn't. And they just create just broken stuff and they just give you drivel after and they charge you these exorbitant prices, especially for like digital games. I don't know what these companies are doing, man. It's just it's wild at this point. It's like, have we not learned anything from the all-female cast of Ghostbusters? Have we learned nothing? Be creative. Create new things. I don't mind playing as a chick. I really don't. But when you're just gonna take God of War and you just screw Kratos, man. We've been playing as Kratos for like the last 20 years. Maybe they want to play as Kratos' wife. That makes logical sense. Not his son, though, who's growing, and we see the progression of him becoming a warrior and what that entails, and we can check out some adventures with him and explore that. No, let's play as Kratos' dead wife. Yes. Take the dude out, put a chick in it, make it gay. Every time. It's the Cartman formula. It's the Cartman formula every time.
What they want. They keep winning and ruining shit because we don't put our fucking foot down. This shit is ridiculous. I don't care about the agendas. I don't care about the politics. Keep that shit out of my movies, my shows, and my games. I don't care.
What I'm saying.
Stop forcing this shit down my throat. I don't want it. Fuck, like this shit is ridiculous. I'm over it, bro. I'm not buying this fucking game, bro. Not buying this game. And I'm probably not even gonna watch it when it gets a fucking playthrough. I don't care about it at all. No disrespect to the actors involved. No disrespect to any of them. It has nothing to do with them. Again, it has nothing to do with her being a fucking girl. I don't give a fuck about playing the game that I've beloved for so long called God of War, and it's not Kratos. Why would I play it? Imagine if they made a God of War and it was God of War Hercules. I wouldn't even care to play it. Would it be cool?
Exactly. And I think like a lot of people who are for the game fail to realize that. And even the story writers, they didn't even play the previous games. They didn't play the original trilogy. Or I guess the original I think it's like 6. I think it's like 3 for PS2 and PS3. Well, 2 for PS2, 1 for PS3, and there was a couple of PSP titles. All Kratos. We want to play it. I see God of War. I want to play as Kratos. I want to play as nobody else. I still probably would have been upset if it was like Atreus, but again, like story wise, it kind of makes sense. Like I could vibe with that, but something like this is like, come on, bro. Come on, man.
Maybe at a certain time, but come on, man. During the height of all of this fucking agenda, feminist, LGBT, all that shit, like at the height of it is when you choose to do this shit. That means it's very obvious that you guys are trying to push a fucking agenda. I don't care what your politics are, where you stand on what side of it. I don't.
Yes, I do believe that, because like I was saying, the writers that they got, they're not familiar with that canon. They're not familiar with that. They only know God of War 2018 and Ragnarok. And the one character that they got fixated on was Laufey, who makes a couple of cameo appearances through like flashbacks and whatnot. But it's like, I don't think she's a character to explore like that. Thor's daughter probably would have made more sense and probably would have been kind of fun. But I wouldn't even slap the Gears of War, the God of War title on that one either. It's just it's weird, man. It's just and it's so obvious. And it's like they want to keep forcing it, and throwing. It's like, just chill, bro. Like, we don't have to politicize everything that we do. Like, we just don't have to do that. We could just be people and just enjoy things. Like, this is crazy that like we're that this is so polarizing for like video games, man. It's just it's crazy.
Give a fuck, man. Leave the shit that I love alone. That's all I'm asking, bro. Stop coming into spaces and then shitting on that space and then saying that we need to work around you. No, fuck no. Fuck no. This shit is done, bro. This shit is out. This shit is out. And this game might be a fucking banger.
I mean, it's a valid point. I don't understand why these spaces have to be invaded and catered to people who really don't play the game, don't understand the characters, none of that. Like, they virtually have no vested interest in it. You know, the fans do. Like, I love God of War. Like, playing as Kratos, man. You want to play as Kratos because of the beatings that Kratos inflicts on his enemies. Like, that's there's a grittiness there in that game. Like, it's gritty. It's rugged. And you make it a Disney game now, basically. You got some weird cube, some gelatinous cube, and a talking sword or something. It's silly. Like, it's just really colorful and silly. Like, it's just, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't get it. Let's keep moving, man. Let's keep moving, yo. Let's see what other people got to say about this thing.
Placement colonization of male-centric media continues. If you haven't heard, this chopped-ass creature is the new main character for the next God of War game.
I mean, to her credit, I think she's pretty attractive. I wouldn't say pretty attractive, but she's attractive. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna hate on the actress. You know, she's just trying to get paid. And apparently they aged her a little bit because time passes. I don't see how that works if you're dead. But you know, I didn't write the thing, so you know, you take that how you will.
God of War. You know who the main character for God of War is? This guy, Kratos, a giant monstrosity with huge muscles who is stoic and masculine and resilient and independent.
So that's what it is. That's what it is. I get it now. It's the attack on masculinity. That's what it is. You don't want our little boys to idolize and want to be these kind of characters and want to be these kind of people. I get it. To be strong, to be the strongest, and protect your family and fight off evil. No, let's not do that. Let's put a chick in the game. Make our boys soft. Yes, daddy. I want to be like the gelatinous cube in the corner. It's crazy, man. I get it now. You see what I'm talking about, right? You see what I'm talking about? It's bad. Like, it's gotten really bad. And it's like I've seen glimpses of this through video game history, man. They tried it a few times. One of the most prominent times that I can remember was the game before Tenchu Z. When Tenchu was like still at its peak, they came out with another game. It wasn't made by Activision, it was made by Sega this time. And then, as opposed to having Ricky Maru in the game, he's a staple. He's always been I think he was even on the cover of that one, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. Ricky Maru, the staple of the Tenchu series. You can't have a Tenchu game with no Ricky Maru. It don't work. It just doesn't work. And that's what happened. It was a massive flop. Massive flop. So much so they had to go back and just say, you know what? Let people make their own characters. Whether they want to make a male, female, whatever. Let them make their own characters. But we didn't get Ricky Maru in Tenchu Z. He was in a supportive role. But the fact of the matter is they tried this feminist BS, and it flopped. It flops every time. Like, you are putting this in sources of media that's not your audience, that's not your target, and in the hopes of things being inclusive. And it's like you're only cutting your own wrists when you do that. I don't know why these companies do that. Like the Ghostbusters, everybody loved the Ghostbusters, right? Everybody loves the Ghostbusters, but when the action figures came out and the cartoon came out, who is it catered to? It was catered to little boys. That's who it was catered to. It wasn't, they didn't have pink Ghostbusters and stuff like that. It was catered to boys. So when those boys grew up and there was a need for a new Ghostbusters film, they made it all female and it flopped. It sucked. It's not because women aren't funny and stuff like that. It was just, you can see it was a clear agenda. And when there's agenda-based things, it sucks. It always sucks because it's not original and it's not coming from a creative place. It sucks.
1v1s dragons and rips gods in half. This guy, an alpha male, somebody that always figures it out, someone that men look up to, and that's the reason why we love video game franchises like this. It's escapism. What does Sony Santa Monica decide to do? Give us this femslop trash that nobody asked for. Who wants to play as Kratos' dead wife?
Yo, the internet is diabolical, bro. The internet is undefeated. Yo, how they made the cube a laundry machine, bro. Yo, that's wicked work.
Who's not even hot. This is the actual woman who the character's based off of. She's actually conventionally attractive. They made her ugly on purpose. Who wants to play as a 43-year-old mom with no makeup on? She is chopped. Who asked for this? God of War is about Kratos, where you play as a big, scary man that beats ass. Now we're playing femslop in another pantheon for some reason with no in-lore explanation about the journey that Kratos' dead wife goes on in the afterlife.
See, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, the story don't even, it don't even, it's so unnecessary. Like, this could have been like a short DLC for like Ragnarok or something like that. Like Faye's Memories or something like that. Like, the fact that they dedicated an entire AAA game for this is just, it's mind-boggling to me. And I'm really trying to wrap my head around it, because like it's drivel. It's just, the story is just so bland, and it's just, who cares? Who cares? I don't want to play as this man's dead wife. I want to know what happens after Ragnarok. I don't want to go in the past. I don't want to go in to some alternate land. Like I don't want to do that. Tell me what happens to Atreus and his new relationship with that chick. Like I need to know. I don't care about this. This is so disrespectful on so many levels. It's just like just tell me you don't want me to play this shit no more, and I'll stop. I'll stop. Tell me you don't want me to play this, and I will oblige. I can save my $70. That's fine. I'm cool with it. That's crazy, bro.
Literally nobody cares. You could have made a Freya game. You could have made Thor's daughter because she wanted to be a Valkyrie.
Did I not just say that? Did I not just say that, yo? They had characters already that made sense. That made sense. If you were gonna do it, it made sense.
Or something, you could have had a time skip and played as a grown-up Atreus, or done what everybody wanted you to do and make another freaking regular God of War game. I'm not playing this trash.
Yo.
I'm not wasting my time, my money. Why would I support this garbage, this male replacement? Make your own IP. If you want to make a game about some female that has all these crazy powers and she's the main character, do that. But why are you co-opting and colonizing established IP to feminize it? And it's not even because it's a woman. If Tomb Raider is about Lara Croft, if Lara Croft got a boyfriend or they canonized her having a husband, and then the next Tomb Raider game was where you play as the boyfriend or the husband, that would be weird.
Facts. Like it's not so much the gender, man. It's just like why are we playing as somebody else other than the main protagonist? Like that's wild work. It's totally unnecessary and uncalled for.
I play Tomb Raider to play as Lara Croft. Lara Croft is cool, she's resourceful, she's witty, and she's attractive. PlayStation is currently speedrunning Brand Suicide. First they did it with The Last of Us, then they did Ghost of Tsushima and replaced Jin with some ugly radical lesbian lady. Now they're doing it with God of War. They're golden goose. I'm good, man. I'm not playing West.
Yeah, listen, man. People fed up. You know, I mean the saying is true. You go woke, you go broke. It's I don't know why they do that, man. I wish I had money to play around with like that. I wish I had money that I could just fuck up like that. I wish.
Companies understand we are the consumer. What we say goes, not what they want. Do not buy this fucking game. You guys have to make these companies understand we are the consumer. What we say goes, not what they want. They keep winning and ruining shit because we don't put our fucking foot down. This shit is ridiculous. I don't care about the agendas. I don't care about the politics. Keep that shit out of my movies, my shows, and my games. I don't care. Stop forcing this shit down my throat. I don't want it. Fuck, like this shit is ridiculous. I'm over it, bro. I'm not buying this fucking game, bro.
My God, bro. My God. Can you please shut up? This new generation of gamers is the worst generation I have ever seen. Y'all did the same thing with Assassin's Creed Shadows, and that turned out to be a banger. Bro's over here complaining that we got a story.
Assassin's Creed Shadows. Oh, okay. Okay, the samurai joint. I mean, listen, it's not bad, but there you go again, man. It's like you make the female character. I'm talking about Assassin's Creed Shadows. You make the female character the most versatile. You give us Yasuke, which like I didn't have a problem with. I thought that was pretty cool. I thought that was a good option. But they made him like so lackluster. Like he's not as agile. He's not, you can't dive off of things the way the female can. It's just a lot of things that like they almost force you to play as the female character. Like Sasuke's cool, but he's more of like a tank. You know, you can kick people and it's like they portray him as just like a brute. like just a powerhouse. Like just he doesn't kick down doors. He just like bashes through it and kicks people like a million feet away. It's just that's an agenda too, really.
About Kratos' wife. Bro, we have 11 games with Kratos that you can still play. We've seen this guy from a baby to now he's trying to retire.
Yeah, but that's not the point. That's not the point. See, he's missing the mark, man.
Seen this guy get married, have a kid, his wife died, his kid is dang near grown now. We've seen the Greek era to the Norse era. How many times do you want to see him? And before you say, oh, it's not about her being a woman, it is 100%, because if we got a story about Atreus, y'all wouldn't be mad. I'm starting to think that y'all are DL because it's like every single time there's a woman on screen, y'all.
See, guys like this make me upset. These white knights. Listen, bro. You could be a male feminist all you want. Women ain't gonna sleep with you because of that. It's just not gonna happen, man. It's just not gonna happen. So I think they dropped somewhere. Oh, here you go. Here go your balls back. Take those, and yeah, man. Very, very, I mean, just so simpy, just very, I mean, we live in a society of such weak, feminized men. It's so sad. It really is. We used to be strong, man, and guys like this would be like just laughed at. Just laughed at. Totally missing the mark.
Go through this rigmarole about how they're trying to push an agenda down your throat. It's just a woman. And it'd be one thing if this was some random lady, but this is not. This is Kratos' wife. How are you not excited about a game talking about Kratos' wife?
How are you not excited about Kratos' wife? I'm not excited about anybody's wife. I'm not excited about anybody's wife in any kind of game that I play. I don't be like, oh man, this is great. I wonder if you could play as his wife. You know how silly you sound, homie? You know how dumb that sounds? Oh, the third hand embarrassment I'm getting from this dude, bro. I want to stick my head in the sand. Like, you fixed your mouth to say that? He fixed his mouth to say that. He really did. He really did.
Y'all are insufferable. And it's every single time there's a woman on the screen, y'all come out the woodworks. It gets to a point, man, you got something in your closet, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I'd rather you just come out and say it. You're not.
Now, I bet you, it's funny how these LGBTQ dudes, I'm just assuming, man, because he talking sweet and his voice kind of high, that they always want to call you a homosexual. And use it as a slur. But the moment you say something gay, oh, it's a problem. Cancel me.
Buying the game, please don't. For the love of everything, please do not buy the game. We do not care. It's like every single time there's a woman on the screen, these guys come off the cracks like.
I bet you he dressed like Sailor Moon. I bet you he dressed like Sailor Moon in his house. He just got that sweetness, mesquite barbecue sweet, Sweetie McSweet. All right, let's check this next one out. Wait, did I get the other joint up here? Is this it? I don't think that's it. I know I got another video somewhere, but
Sony is doing with Laufey over Kratos, and he's worried that this could not go well for them. Sony Santa Monica, they haven't had layoffs in a long time, if ever. I'm not saying that Laufey will flop, but do I think it will sell better than God of War 2018 or Ragnarok?
It's gonna flop.
No, I don't. It's also going to only be a PS5 exclusive, unlike the previous two games, which were on PS4 with a much bigger install base. And now that Sony has pivoted from PC releases, this means that Laufey's adventure will live or sink on the PS5 fanbase alone. I don't think the game will do terribly, it might do fine, but that's the key there. Fine, not amazing, not incredible, and maybe not what Sony really wants from their games that are also taking entire generations to be created and pushed out the door these days. Jonathan Blow, that's an indie developer that made Braid and The Witness, made a very interesting comment which suspiciously coincided with the reveal of Laufey, where he said this
like
on
everything
Twitter.
is purple,
Games
bro.
take so long to make now.
Like,
Sometimes you can tell the major creative decisions.
Yo, everything is purple. Everything is purple, man. Like, I get it, yo. I get it.
Were made 5 years ago. And that's really what Laufey feels like to me, and to many others too, right? The problem here is not only the direction, but that these games, they do take forever now to come out. And Laufey was very likely green-lighted well before people really started to push back against Sony turning everything into a futurist female approach like Star Wars did. I mean, for God's sakes, Laufey even has the same purple pink magic.
Star Wars, man. That's wild. Yeah. Like, why are they, what's the reason for that? Are they really trying to destroy the nuclear family like that hard? Like, even from video games and movies and television shows? Is the family unit that serious? That like Hollywood and these gaming companies, these studios are all just like, what are y'all doing, bro? And it's so obvious. Like, at least you can make it covert. You can try being a little inconspicuous. You know, you use a little guile. I mean, you just broad with it. Just hey, agenda here. Hey, we're gonna throw this in your game, in your shows. Hope you like this bullshit. Hey, I wish I was a fly on the wall to hear some of these conversations. And like the people that said, you know what, Bob, that's a really good idea. We're going to do it. Yeah, write it up. Write up the script. We're going to do it. It's crazy. And these things fail all the time because it's not creative. It doesn't come from a creative standpoint. It just sucks. It's just drivel. There's no thought process to it. It's the Cartman effect. Put a chick in it and make her gay. Like everything now. And even my most favorite series of all time, Castlevania. They're not exempt. After all these years, it's been 12 years, maybe about 12, 13 years since we had a new Castlevania game. Like a new Castlevania. Now this next one takes place, I think, 30 years or so after Dracula 3. Dracula's Curse. Castlevania 3, Dracula's Curse. And this one is a female Belmont. Okay, fine. We've had female Belmonts before, but it just seems like in this kind of climate right now, to do that, it seems like you are playing into that same agenda too. So it just sucks, man. It just really does.
Aesthetic that like every other game in the early 2020s had already. Veilguard, even Saints Row Remake was purple. Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn, like, the list goes on. These games that had this weird, I really don't know how else to say it, but similar art feel to it. Like every game developer unified in some secret meeting to say everybody start making your games aesthetic and magic and particle effects all look purple and pink going forward. It is odd, it just is that they're all doing it. Even the way Laufey is stylized on the promotional art, it's in that same similar purple-like design. Like it's indistinguishable from Veilguard. It's pretty obvious that Sony Santa Monica saw that pivot from.
All right, let's continue.
Hierarchy, you get the idea. And this was where game. You know what I mean? Progressive, female-led, down with the patriarchy, you get the idea. And this was where games like this were being made and then pushed, and again, they take a lot longer to make now. And they doubled down on that future. But like Jonathan Blow said, right? Because it takes so long to make a game, you run the risk of the game that you're currently making kind of being out of date in a sense by the time that it actually comes out. And that's a problem that every studio runs the risk of now, not just Sony, everybody. It's because everything takes forever now. It's why most of AAA feels very samey and safe, because it's, well, pretty much impossible to try to figure out how the game's landscape will even look like in 5 or 7 years in between games. It's probably why we still have like hero shooters and stuff coming out when people have already moved on, right? It's just kind of better, I guess, in their minds to keep it safe, but this also doesn't move the medium forward. Unfortunately, the things that people don't want to see more of, like female protagonists just being pretty much everywhere, also runs that same risk. Because what started off as maybe as a novel idea, it has now become annoying, but it took so long to get made.
Right. He totally nailed it. It used to be kind of like, oh, okay, all right, you play as a chick in this one. That's cool. Now it's just so overly saturated that it's like, this is clearly an agenda now. We've caught on. So now when you see it and it's more prevalent, people are speaking up about it. And it's like, okay, enough is enough. Enough is enough. Now it seems like when you have a male character now, it's like, it's rare, it feels like. It feels like every game that I'm playing right now, it's always a female character. And it's like certain get like Horizon Zero Dawn. I love that game. I love that game. I would be tight if I had to play as somebody other than Aloy. And Aloy's a female. Dope. It's a dope game. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, there's a time and a place for it, but to snatch an IP and just all over it, it's messed up. And it's a clear agenda. You know, like, I would be upset, right? Because people were making the comments like, oh, you know, well, nobody's saying nothing when it was Spider-Man Miles Morales, but Miles Morales is Spider-Man. You know, I think people would be tight if you got if you bought Spider-Man and 99% of the game you just played as Mary Jane. Like what are we doing? You know, it says Spider-Man, but we're playing the game other than somebody who's considered Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? So
what ends up happening happens. Like, for example, right? Look at Jean Grey here in the new Wolverine game. She's a middle-aged woman with a boring jacket, with boring hair and a boring face. There's nothing unique here at all. I don't know how this is supposed to...
Yeah, what's up with that? What's up with that? Like, from the comics, like, Jean Grey is striking. Like, Jean Grey is... She's a redhead. And they're just making like these some of these characters just look so I don't know. They just downgrading them just so much, man. For like what reason? I don't understand that. I don't get it. I don't get it. I want to see the faces of some of these writers because I have an inkling as to who's doing this.
Resonate with X-Men fans at all. Everything that makes Jean Grey cool has kind of been sanded off by Insomniac here, and now she just looks like a random woman pushing 50 instead of what, you know, Jean Grey should probably look like. Weirdly, however, this issue never really happens with games made by Asian developers. I mean, look at Jean Grey and Marvel Rivals here, for example, right? She looks...
See, like that. That don't look bad. Jean Grey should look something like that. Like, you get, like, Wolverine being, like, kind of older, like, grizzled and stuff like that. Not Jean Grey, man. Not Jean Grey.
It's lethal and cool and lively and actually like the character. And this ties into another backlash with Laufey, which is that a lot of people are kind of annoyed that Laufey herself looks like Deborah Ann Woll, but also sort of not exactly like her either, if that makes sense. Like, here's a photo of Deborah Ann Woll, right?
Yeah, like, see, she's pretty straight. She's not an ugly woman. but like they just
She plays Laufey. Yeah, she's
I
beautiful.
get it. She
There's no
has
issue
makeup
whatsoever with her being in a game or anything like that. I had no issue with her being in the God of War Ragnarok game and stuff too. I was actually surprised when I saw her. I was like, oh, it's Deborah Ann Woll. That's great. However, when you look at Laufey in this game now, it seems, I don't know, almost as if they like aged Deborah up from where she was, if that kind of makes sense.
like they just dulled her beauty in the game. I don't know. Maybe it's like the fridge protecting the snacks.
Instead, no, these men, a lot of men, guys watching this video right now are male heroes instead. No, these men, a lot of men, guys watching this video right now are fully aware. They never once thought to themselves, yeah, Resident Evil needs to star less women. No, we have no issue.
See, exactly. See? Aloy, Lara Croft. I think that chick is from Overwatch, and that's Siri. Like, nobody's getting upset about that. You know what I'm saying? We already know what we're expecting. To not see these female characters in the game is a problem. Like, it works both ways. It works both ways. It's just the simple fact that the direction that these writers are taking, that these producers are taking, it's a clear agenda. And it's laziness. Like, are they unmotivated or something? Has every story ever been told already? Like, if it's not a remake, it's they're just throwing the chick in it, or gender swapping somebody, or palette swapping somebody. Like, it's really annoying at this point.
With female heroes in franchises that had them from the beginning, or in like Tomb Raider, Bayonetta, Stellar Blade. I've never seen a single guy complain, for example, that Metroid stars Samus. Actually, I think if Metroid suddenly decided to star a man, even the male gamers would go, why would you even do that? Because we like Samus, woman or not.
Samus.
We don't want to play as some.
I love Samus. Samus has been my favorite character, man, since I was like 3, bro. Like, Samus is dope, man.
Some random guy bounty hunter in that series. No, we want to be Samus. The thing is that while female gamers might think that they're the ones being attacked, they're really not. Because they've been, whether they want to admit it, catered to their entire lives with franchises specifically built.
Oh, look at that. Look at that, Jay. Look at that. The Sims and Animal Crossing. Wow.
For them.
Hit the nail
Movies,
right in the
entire
head.
genres, plenty of TV shows,
Rom-coms.
songs, you name it. All categorically created.
Even the malls are catered to women too. Believe it or not. It's a whole science behind malls and stuff and how females think.
Created to cater specifically to what women want, and that's fine. No man walks into like a Victoria's Secret and goes, wow, lots of lingerie in here, but where's the Speedos? How dare they? No, we don't do.
I don't know a guy that walks into any place and goes, where's the Speedos? Got any Speedos? I want to show my nutsack.
That, of course not. As men, we accept that, yeah, women need their spaces. They want their own stores. They need their cute little brunch places to go with their girlfriends. No problem at all. We understand. Guys have been nothing but accommodating when it comes to literally anything that women want, pretty much. Guys want girls in their spaces. When a girl shows interest in something you enjoyed, like a sport or a game or whatever, I mean, you're over the moon about it. Great.
You know what? That is the truth, because when my wife shows interest when I'm playing something, I play a little bit better. I'm not even going to lie, man. It's like having your own private cheerleader, man. I love that. Man. Especially when I'm fighting a boss and she's like, you got him this time. You got him this time, babe. Kick his ass, him. I'm like, I feel like Conan. You know what I'm saying? I feel great. I want to beat my chest. I love that, man. I just it does something for me and to me.
When it's on the flip side, men are just not allowed to really have pretty much anything these days, and these girls know that. You can't have Last of Us. We got rid of Joel. Now you can only play as women. Why are you complaining? You're just a basement-dwelling chud loser if you think otherwise. Oh, you like to Ghost of Tsushima. You wanted more Jin Sakai. No, you gotta play as a powerful woman now. Doing a basic revenge story is bad.
That's pretty much the gist. There was one more, man, just for shits and giggles. If it plays, it plays. I hope it plays.
My sandwich! Woman!
So
my beer!
So somebody used AI to recreate the new game. So basically she's just going around and just doing housework.
Now! Woman, kneel. Now! Essential!
Now y'all see why like people like God of War, man. You saw how visceral those fights get, and the intensity and the emotion that goes behind it, man. Like I don't know. I'm just a guy talking shit on the internet. What do I know? Only been gaming for damn near my whole life. So I was like 3, 2.5, 3 years old. No, 2 years old. 2 years old. Just doing this. And you just want to mess up everything. They're going to mess up God of War. They're going to mess up these other games. I don't know why. I wish I understood the reason for doing this. I think that's the main thing that kind of bothers me. There's no rhyme or reason to it. They're just doing it just to do it. I just I shake my head. Woosah. But yeah, the future is female, man, in video games. Future's female. Don't look like it's getting any better for us, guys. Gonna have to find something else cool to do. I don't know. Maybe start up a Komodo dragon fighting league or something. I don't know, something dangerous. Maybe we create a sport where we throw puffed blowfish at each other. That'd be fun. That'd be interesting. Something just for us, for the guys, for the fellas. Like it used to be in the old days, you know, just for the fellas. Just for the fellas, the guys, the chums, the buds. The crew. God of War Laufey, folks. God of War Laufey. But yeah, that's all I got for y'all, man. Tune in for tomorrow where we're going to do something else fun. Find something else to talk about, react to. Don't forget to check out sodiumsyndicate.com. All these cool shirts, hoodies, all that good stuff. And with that being said, folks, stay salty. Peace.